here we are. It is the house tour. You have seen me decorate so many spaces. I'm sure that I've tweaked, I've added, there's a few extra spaces. I didn't get to my front. I didn't get to the front of the house or front porch. We had snow pretty much from Thanksgiving till now, and so you really weren't motivated to go outside. There was a little bit of break before Christmas, but you're like, now it's kissing, so I'm not gonna spend the money, you know, not to get to enjoy it very long. So it's just the inside of the home. So I hope that you enjoy today's video, and for some of the members of the channel, you got to see this a little bit early. Thank you so much for paying a monthly subscription just to watch me support what I love to do. I know I do not promote that very much here in the channel, that because I'm not a live chat person. I'm not doing a live, I already put out like 7 videos or shorts and all that a week with all the other social media. So to do an extra, so I just appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, so they get to see it a little bit early, you guys. So, okay, let's get on with the home tour. This is our home. Remember, your home is what you love. It's your sanctuary. It's what you love to collect. The fun thing about y'all here watching this video, not only did you see me thrift it, shop for it, auction halls, antique, estate, wherever I did, I shared with you the haul, this shopping experience, and then the decorating experience, and now we get to put it all together. So, wow, I know I live for this time all year long. So I hope you enjoy. From the entryway, now we're on to the kitchen. I will do the night, how it looks at night. I didn't end up putting, last year I made that beautiful garland. It just, with the stain or the window up there, it just didn't work out. So I just didn't do it. And then above my cupboards this year, I did silver trees. My eye was already drawn to silver trees. So I went ahead and did silver trees and Santas and marshmallow tins above my cabinetry. I'm sure so many question, like, when you saw all those totes and all the Santa mugs and all the Santas, like, how the heck are you going to put them all in your house? Well, I did. And I actually bought a few more to add into it, because I actually, between crating and decorating, I didn't have enough. I could still use some more Santas, and always some bendy knee hugger elves, by all means. Santa mugs, everything. I would pick up everything all year long, all over again with no regrets. It's funny, like I don't know, you know, you can only like go and steal so many videos off of your YouTube past to see like, because this way of decorating is all new to me because of the auctions. Really. Um like the things that I was running into. I would be inspired by others who got to decorate like this, but I wasn't finding it. I just wasn't between, you know, here, there. I find little pieces at garage sales and estate sales, but when you go to some good hoarders auctions, y'all, that's where I started collecting it. And then I'm like, you know, because you would pass it up, you would see it in an antique store and you think, oh, that's a lot of money. And then you're like, well, I don't see it. And I would like to have, you know, so between auctions and estate sales and all the shopping that I do, I decided that when I see it, I'm buying it. I am blessed. I work really hard. It's something that I enjoy. Chris supports me fully. So I'm going to grab it because it's not easy to find. Santa mugs are not easy to find. Christmas ephedra is not easy to find. You know, having the vision, like a little gumball machine with light covers in it, you know, the little things like that. I have just learned, like, stop passing it up because sooner or later I will have a haul to decorate the house that I've always dreamed of. And I'm 50 some years old and I finally got it. You know, I liked my Hobby Lobby and Target and all that I had before, you know. But I love the vintage, the grandma's attic, the nostalgia. Though it's not my nostalgia because it's not what I grew up with, y'all. My parents really didn't celebrate Christmas, so probably why I go a little bit on the crazy side. Don't feel sorry for me because we are who we are because of how the events that happen in our lives. But I made it special for my kids, so hopefully they I think they do. I think they appreciate it, and I think that they make their own special memories now that they're adults. And I'm glad that we can get together. Um, so let's do a little bit more home tour. I didn't want to do all talking and all like, oh, you've already seen this. You know, the whole point is to share a little bit of myself, which I don't tend to do a ton of. So, but okay, let's look around again. Love the island. Now, I don't know. Do you get how big this island is? I know when I post on social media, they're like, clutter, clutter, you can't even use it now. Look at all that space. Chris can still pumpkin rolls just fine. I can make cookies on this island without having to move that centerpiece. I love that centerpiece, y'all. Oh my goodness. Yes, my newest addition would be these two little elves in white, which match my color scheme. Then I picked this up at a Goodwill because I felt as if it matched the cake plate. And then I have a thing for the lucite silver candles, and I thought I have a hard time getting them to stay up on candle holders, so I put them in there. So take that, you lucite candles. But yeah, there it is. So see, it matched. And people who worry that it's not all the way around, it is all the way around. So these are just rechargeable under the cabinet lights. We don't really use them very often just to show off because since we had those first, but you have to keep recharging them. When I found this, I was in love and that's what we use. So we don't really use them very often. up not changing out the top here because I love my open sign that I got on a whatnot. And I think it totally matches the Christmas vibe going on. And I don't think I changed out too much. I just absolutely love it all. How long will I keep it up? I don't know. I guess when I need more content for you all. I can't. There's really not a space that I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I have too many spaces. Like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. I thought I would like have to steal more to do, but I didn't. I just kept shopping, and like now, people are going to start putting it on clearance. Maybe I don't know. The vintage is kind of iffy if people put it on clearance or not, because you don't find it as much. But and I love the addition of having enough yummies to do the pie safe this year because it closed. And I mean, who would have thought that a Scotch tape container, an old store tag, the paper, the things that made it this far in their life, that a tobacco tin would be collectible and put out during the holidays because they said holiday on it. It's just absolutely crazy to me, but it all vibes and it all just works so well together. So, how many of you all that are resellers, like before I actually even started collecting to decorate, even like the tinsel trees behind me, I was a reseller. So, I bought it from a sale to then resell. Even Christmas, Santa mugs, Santas, paper mache boots. I bought and resold tinsel trees before I ever even used tinsel trees. And then I kind of thought, what am I doing? Why am I doing that? I'm drawn to it. I'm drawn to pick it up. And my brain as a reseller, like, I'm supposed to flip to make a profit. I'm supposed to flip to make a profit. That's my life. And then all of a sudden you go to your house to decorate and you're like, oh, well, I sold that. Oh man, I sold that. So that was another thing. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm going to keep some of it. And after I get it all done, then I will sell some. So I have plenty to share now. When I find it, I will get it out there to y'all. So tinsel trees. So the first tinsel tree I ever bought, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. It's probably a little awful, but I'm gonna love his ugliness just as much because it wasn't stored in its little papers, and this is how it was, and you can tell how frazzled it is. And then my big old one, because I ended up selling one that Chris got at an estate sale, and then I regretted it. You been there? Regretted it. So then ended up buying this one from my friend Diane. Beautiful, beautiful palm. And then I got this little guy because I actually forgot that I had that guy because it wasn't in the Christmas season. But I love putting them up on our benches. We have one of those Roomba vacuums, and so that the Roomba didn't hit it. The cats do not bother them. And then we did the one thing I think you do have to do is buy the bases that they come with are so flimsy. They just are not. So we ended up buying cast iron bases, finding them throughout to be able to put them on. And then I have my collection of little blow mold elves that work out perfectly. I just got the Crackle Barrel little guy, but I can't. The screw is so stinking tiny that I am having a hard time. I know we like it's an eyeglass, like repair eyeglass screws. I have not yet to find our screwdriver that's like that to change out and put some batteries in him to make him light up. And then we have 2 vintage color wheels, different versions. One Chris had to repair, and the other 2 that we have came off of Amazon. And so they really are reflective. And then all the silver that I have throughout the kitchen is also at night reflective because of the color wheels, and it looks really awesome. It all glistens like, I want to say fresh snow. I'm not a snow fan, y'all. I don't like to be cold, and I don't like weather to tell me I have to stay home. So even if I want to stay home, I don't want a weather to tell me, but that is that. The only thing, I don't really open up the curtains very much. Nobody slows down on this road to see our tree out the window. So sometimes I'll open one of them up and the cats will sit on that. But the blinds, not the windows, the blinds. But it's hard to get to now. So this is the little vintage one. Though if you could find a bulb that heated, it's supposed to turn. But y'all, where do you get that? I have not come across one. That's my goal, to look for one at a sale, but I have not. Oh, look at, we have, don't judge my dust. I have register vent. So that's the little light off of Amazon. So, and then the change out bases. He is Lowe's, right? Lowe's or Home Depot? Lowe's. He was a antique store. There's another base. This one, I believe, Menards. This one, Cracker Barrel, and then that's an auction, really oldie, and he is so delicate. He's worth good money if he was in better shape, but somebody masking taped him that I can't get it off. You can see his brokenness, so I'm just going to love him how he is. And then I found one more base because we didn't have a third base, and I see it's kind of leaning, but we'll be careful. Look at this vision. Oh, I love it. Peach over in the window. Tater's on his, because it's like noonish. So this is their hangout, nap time. If you notice here, Holler Park Primitive she doesn't have it for sale, but she did so kind to make me a graphic that I didn't get to antiquing it yet. I got it printed out and adhered on. I just didn't get to wax and antique it yet. There's, as if the holidays aren't busy enough. But I appreciate her doing it. Like I said, and I'm sure there's a copyright on it, but she just shared what she could make with me. I didn't end up, the lady that was going to sell me more of the Bethany Lowe trees, ended up, the boxes had something else in them that she thought she had. So I didn't get to buy any more of those. And the little tinsel tree is off of Amazon last year. Actually, a viewer sent it to me. Because I think we had 2 last year. I think we had 2 tinsel trees last year, but anyway. And I am so happy that I finally painted that piece I wanted it to paint. The inside of that I wanted it to come up with, even though I really wanted to do some type of the corner, I wanted to do some type of a wallpaper, but I just couldn't find it. I did return a few because I wanted it to be white, not cream. I wanted it to be green, or I tried a couple wood ones, but I'm like, oh, those were really fakey looking. And like I said, you can't add wood to it, even a paneling, because then you'd have to rework the whole shelves. And come on, might as well just buy a whole new piece. But I absolutely love it. The glowy cabinet I'll have glowed up, the lights on during the night vision at the end. And I didn't change that out too much either. I don't know. Maybe I put so much thought into them this year that I didn't really tweak too much unless I added to it because I bought more. My big guy. So before I had put a ton of greenery in with him, and then when I was like decorating in the process, I was putting the bulbs in there because I'd emptied out what I had in there for fall. And the next thing I know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. I did stick a little bit of greenery behind him. I always keep a set of antique sleigh bells on him. And I'm like, oh, all I ended up doing was buying a couple more glass bulb ornament packages from Walmart and to fill it up a little bit more. I think he looks awesome. So he's got some old bulbs and new bulbs, and he's just sitting there in that big old Dobo trough being happy. enjoyed today's home tour. And now you can see what I do with all those yummies I shop for and I pick up all year long that I don't pass up, and why I'm like, you probably think, oh, that's a little too much money, but you don't find them. I guess I do find them because I'm constantly looking for them. But y'all, a lot of you comment that you don't find them in your area. And so I hope that not only here on the Journey channel, but when I create with them, that's why I'm trying to find the vintage, the the Santas and the bendy knees and the Santa mugs and all the things that are dear to my heart. I try to create with for you. So I think my vignettes, my assemblies, my Dollaramas were a little bit different than years past, but that's just how things go. We kind of change, and trying to get some of those wonderful treasures that I'm able to find into your hands, into your, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to share my passion with you all, because if you're here watching my tour, you're here. I have so many of you who watch every video. Not only do you watch on the Journey channel and the Ginger Chip Rehab channel, but you're also on our other social medias, the Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, any of those, to see the little shorts. And yes, the little shorts that I have been doing on YouTube, just to entertain you just a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed today's tour. And again, thank you to the channel members. It was people who wanted me to do the channel membership. I'm like, I can't offer you much. I am who I am, but they wanted to give a little bit of something to thank me for something that I do, and try not to ask too much of anybody other than just please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend. I would really appreciate it. So Merry Christmas, you all. I'm sure I will have other videos out before the New Year's, but Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. I hope that you get to spend a little time with family and loved ones. It's not always about just the day, but remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. He is why we are here. We are all so blessed beyond measures. We may not see it daily, but there's those God wink moments throughout your week, throughout your year, throughout your life, that He's there. He is there. So we love you all so very much. If I could give each and every one of you a big hug, I would. Again, thank you so much for everything that you all have done. You probably don't even know. We will see you next time. Love ya.